नरा हरियादि कोरी चामर दुलाया संजय मुकुंद भासु घोषयादि गाया शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला मधुर मृदंग बाजे परम रसाला मधुर मृदंग बाजे परम रसाला शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे गौरांगेर आरती काले मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल बहु कोटि चंद्र जिनी वदन उजाला गाला देसे बायना माला कोरे झलमाला Shiva Shiva oh Sukha Narada Preme Gada Gada ठाकुर भक्ति विनोद देखे कौरार संपार ठाकुर भक्ति विनोद देखे कौरार संपार किवा जय ओ जय गौरचंदे आरती शोभा जानवी तत्वने जगमन लोभा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरा भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरा भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरा भक्तवृंद जय श्री हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav, Radhe. Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Damodara, Radha Damodara. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Premanande.
जय विष्णुपाद ब्रह्मंस ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की विष्णुपाद ब्रह्मंस जगचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत शील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज शिल प्रभुपाद की गौर किशोर दास बाबू जी महाराज की सच्चिदानंद शिल भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की सर्वोमाचार्य श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबू जी महाराज की वृंदावन सड़ग स्वामी की नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री द्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री वृंदावन मथुरा द्वारका धाम की श्री क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, नवदीप मायापुर धाम की, अयोध्यापुरी धाम की, सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जी की, श्री श्री राधा दामोदर भगवान की, कार्तिक महोत्सव की, द्वादशी महोत्सव की, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा निताय गौर सुंदर श्रीला श्री श्री राधा माधव कुलीना ग्राम धाम की, संडे फिश प्रोग्राम की, समगत भक्त वृंद की, शील प्रभुपाद की, ताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. You have another harmony? Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. प्रहलाद लाद दायिने प्रहलाद लाद दायिने हिरण्यकशिपुर्वक्षा हिरण्यकशिपुर्वक्षः शिलटङ्कानखालाय इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह इतो नरसिंह इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह बहिर्नरसिंह हृदय नरसिंह बहिर्नरसिंह हृदय नरसिंह बहिर् नरसिंह मदीं शरणं प्रपदे तव कर कमल भरे नखाम अद्भुत श्रृंग दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृंग केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तब कर कमल तनु भृंगा केशवधृता नर केशवधृता नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृता नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव नरसिम्हदेव जय नरसिम्हदेव। जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज, प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज। जय नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, भक्तराज प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Welcome to ISKCON Baltimore, New Kulina Gram Dham, aboard of Shri Shri Nitai Gaur Sundar, Shri Shri Radha Madhav, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, our dear most Srila Prabhupada. Few announcements. First, let's give a big round of applause for our devotees who have dressed the deities, especially the new Pujari, Arvind Nayan Prabhu, or Aryan, that we know, so he has dressed Radha Madhav today. So, yeah, that's a big wow. So let's give a big round of applause for him. A few announcements. We have opened a newly, brand new Facebook page for our Baltimore Sankirtan group. So you will see a notification either coming from my name or the ISKCON Baltimore page. Please do accept it. So there you will see all the Baltimore Sankirtan activity that is happening, namely book distribution, all the kids when they go for a book distribution and all the Sankirtan activities. So please look for that. We have two sponsors for today. We have Narendra Amineni ji sponsoring for his son, Murari Amineni. If Narendra ji is here, if you can please come forward. Sampradaya Prabhu. Nilbandhu Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So that's for Murari Amineni's birthday. Here. That's Hari. Yes, please take the whole bag. Oh. So let's do a happy birthday for him. Happy birthday. Krishna to. Sorry, I'm used to happy birthday too much. Hare Krishna to you. Next one we have Tilakdhar ji, if you're here. Tilakdhar. He's also sponsoring for his son's birthday. And this time we'll do it right. Hare Krishna to. Please take blessing. And for other announcement, let me call Dilbadha Prabhu.
We won't see any happy birthday today. Just Hare Krishna. So thank you for coming. This month has been phenomenal. This month has been month of Karthik, and tomorrow is the last day of Karthik. So please come, everybody. I think Shyam Prabhu must have announced. We have beautiful. Oh, you have announced. Tomorrow is Tulsi Shaligram Vivah, the marriage of Tulsi and Shaligram from millions lifetimes back. Shaligram is none other than Lord Vishnu, and Tulsi is Tulsi Maharani, which is right on the altar, which is a very powerful one. Anybody who witnesses that gets a lot of blessings also. And tomorrow is last of Karthik and Deepdan. So everyone is requested to be part of this wonderful occasion for that one. Other things, I think Premdam Prabhu is here. We have been doing a lot of book distribution because we have officially launched our book marathon, Gita Marathon. What we do is 1 month before, we start getting distributing Bhagavad Gita and getting orders for Bhagavad Gitas. And we culminate in the Gita Marathon, ends on the Gita Jayanti, which is, I think, 3rd of December. And during that time, what we do is we collect collections for Bhagavad Gita, and we send to many, many places, all the way to Bali, which is a Hindu area. And you can imagine hundreds and thousands of people, but they don't have Bhagavad Gitas there. So we send it to them, we send to hospice, we send to so many different VA hospitals, motels everywhere. And so many people are just coming with so miraculous stories. Like I was reading somewhere about the Motel Gita where we were giving it, that one person was just about to commit suicide or something. And he had a Bhagavad Gita and Bible. He said, "What is this book?" And he picked up a book, started reading, and he came down. He said, "I'm taking this book because this has been a life savior for us." So many stories have happened here that we should try to, give this wonderful knowledge, because it's not just, it's a non-sectarian knowledge. Many, many great stalwarts, Albert Einstein, Mahatma Gandhi, Beatles, so many people have read it, and their lives have changed for that one. So it's our duty to enrich this wonderful literature to outside also. We have Sunday school, we have a very robust Sunday school program. Many kids are part of the Sankirtan movement. What Sankirtan is, when we come together and glorify Lord's holy name, that's called Sankirtan. And I think Premdam Prabhu and Sunil Prabhu, all of them, have been going out and training the small kids to go out and do book distribution. So Premdam Prabhu, please come and give the details. Today we posted some pictures also of the wonderful kids who went to different places and gave the books also.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Yes, so we had over 6 kids who went out today with us, and the best part was that those kids felt very enlivened just when they got a response from the person. Somebody opened the door and happily took the book, and they were very, very happy just by that experience. And they were so gladdened when people, actually gave them something in return, when they said, "Oh, wow, we're so happy that you came and you knocked our door and you gave us this Bhagavad Gita." Because as we just talking about, it's a non-sectarian knowledge, and the goal of this institution, our institution, is to spread this knowledge far and wide. So irrespective of, culture, what background you come from, we've been spreading this knowledge out to everybody. So please come and be a part of this. Today, just over the last 1 week, just to give you an overview of a number, we have been able to distribute or, get sponsorship for over 300 Bhagavad Gitas. So please take part in this movement. Take the part in this desire of Srila Prabhupada to spread this knowledge far and wide. When somebody comes and meets you, they might forget you, but when you give a book, they will have it forever, and they can always come back to it. We have experiences where people have come back in the next generation. They have picked up the book and been attracted to it. So these books live much, much longer than an interaction or a person does. So we have a table outside. So please come, please talk to us. We are more than happy to talk to you, and please help us out. Please help us out spread this movement and this mission. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we have few guests here today. Let's give a big round of applause to all the guests who are first-timers here. Please stop by at the booth outside. Meet Sunil Prabhu or Premdam Prabhu. They have a small gift for you. Hare Krishna.
And if you have any questions, the devotee will be happy to answer that. This temple is welcome for everyone. Our goal is to give love and spread to everyone in the community and outside also for that one. Vaishak Prabhu actually says very nice thing. I think he always says that, people are waiting in the house, that somebody's knock on the door and relieve them of their miseries actually. What are the miseries? Cycle of disease, old age, and all suffering from other entities itself. So when people are waiting, when you knock on the door, they feel as if somebody has come to help them out. And when devotees come and give the books to them, their life has changed. And I think there's so many testimonials all over. That's why ISKCON, I think, has launched a worldwide. How many books we are planning this year, Prabhu? 3 million Bhagavad Gitas all over the world, so it can spread everywhere itself. Haribol. So now we'll start our Deepdan. But Deepdan today will be special. Our dear Sunday school kids, they've been practicing this beautiful prayers called Damodar Ashtakam. Damodar Ashtakam means 8, and Damodar means that beautiful form of Lord who was bound by. Damodar means, Da means rope, Ashtakam, and Udar means stomach. So the one whose stomach is bound by rope of Mother's pure love, he's there. So we all come and offer Deepdan to everybody, and our wonderful Sunday kids will be singing that. So devotees can make a line and come there.
Mataji is there. And one more announcement before we start that.
Just one more announcement. So we'll have a very special program for the college student and the working professionals on Saturday 12th. So there is a seminar called Stress into Smile. Everybody in our life, feels stressed or tired because of assignments, projects, loads. And, we feel so much disgusted every time because of so much work and everything. So our dear Prem Dham Prabhu will give a talk on Saturday 12th, 6:30 p.m. Please make sure all the students and working professionals, they are welcome to attend. Thank you.
मेरे बच्चे का यार
Don't be too loud. Okay, wait.
I'm gonna scream on this one.
I'll give you paper.
Stop screaming, Herman. She cannot scream. Are you kidding? Where's Jaga? Oh, you have him?
Can you move little bit?
Put the mic. Put the mic. Put the mic. Just put it like that. All the way there. It has to be out.
Haribo. Thank you. Jesus. Please, a big round of applause and Haribol for all the kids, please. Okay. So, because it's a full program right now, I think we will have a wonderful lecture. So we're gonna keep moving. The kids can move forward so that we can start the program. It gives me very great pleasure to announce the speaker today, His Grace Anand Gauranga Prabhuji. Haribo. Please, Prabhuji. Anand Gauranga Prabhuji doesn't need an introduction. He's a disciple of His Holiness Radharan Maharaj. He's a very, very wonderful soul. He's a very voracious reader. He has built this beautiful temple here, which is a marvel for all of us. And he reads almost every day. He runs a very good preaching programs online. Around 40 to 50 devotees attend that. And we are very fortunate that he's here today to give lecture today. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for coming. Hare Krishna. Can we keep the tone low, please, so that we can have lecture? Hari Bol. Kids, you can move forward.
Thank you. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नारायणं नरं नारायण नरश्चैवं नरश्चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया हृदयन्तस्थ हि अभद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृत्सताम् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Hare Krishna. So today we all have gathered here to discuss about the pastimes and the prayers of a Vrutrasur. Now Vrutrasur, as the name itself says, he was Asur, he was a demon. Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam is full of a prayer of devotees. Why are we discussing these prayers of a demon? Normally demons do not pray Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu. So in order to appreciate the prayers of a Vrutrasur, we should go back into the past times, in a background. So the pastime starts that one time in an assembly of all demigods, King Indra was sitting on a throne and he was being praised by the Siddhas, Charanas, Gandharvas, everybody. Now, King Indra has so much opulences, and when he was praised by so many demigods, somehow he became little puffed up. And right at that time, his spiritual master Bruhaspati, he entered into the assembly. And somehow King Indra, he became little neglectful to receive his spiritual master. He did not welcome him. Looking at this kind of intoxication of his disciple, Bruhaspati, he left the assembly. Indra realized his mistake. He went behind him, but he was not to be found. Now, demigod lost their spiritual master and acharya, who was giving them proper guidance and who was protecting them from the demons. So now when Shukracharya, who is the spiritual master of demons, when he found out that demigods have no spiritual master and no protection, he attacked on demigods. All demons attacked on demigods. And because Indra and the demigods has lost all of their prowess because of this offense to their spiritual master, they were defeated. And then those demigods, they went to Lord Brahma to find the solution, that they made a mistake. What should they do now to correct their mistake? So Lord Brahma instructed them that you immediately establish the new Acharya, spiritual master, because without that you cannot gain the power. And Vishwarupa, who is the son of another Brahmin, Twasta, he is a very suitable person to become your spiritual master. So demigod went, Indra went and requested Vishwarupa to take the position. Vishwarupa gladly accepted, And he performed the yajna and taught them the Narayan Kavach, by which they all gained their strength back. So now they become very powerful also. And so while performing this yajna, somehow Indra was informed that Vishwarupa, in addition to offering oblations to the demigods, he was also offering oblations to demons. Because Vishwarupa's mother was from a demoniac family and father was from a demigod family. So he has a relationship to both of them. And when King Indra heard about that, he became very angry. And in that anger, he cut the head of Vishwarupa. So he committed a great offense. So when we have a possessions and when we do not have a proper intelligence, then we always commit some kind of offenses. So we have to be very, very, very careful and protect ourselves from those offenses to devotees. So now here, when Vishwarupa's father, Twasta, when he found out that his son was killed by Indra, he became very upset. And he performed the yajna, and he says that I will produce another demon from this yajna that will kill Indra. So here, these both parties, they are taking revenge on one another, making mistakes. So from that yajna, there was a great demon called Vrutrasur. He came out. So according to his name, Vrutra means as he covered. The Sanskrit word is Avrutta. Avrutta means the covering. So this demon was so powerful that he covered all planetary system by his own power. He was very, very powerful. Here is a description of his bodily feature, that he grew like the arrow shot in a different directions. He grew day by day. He was very tall and black. And he looked like a burnt hill. He was a very gigantic body. Burnt hill. His eyes were like a piercing like a midday sun. His body was very strong and very stout. The hair on his body, on a mustache and beard, they were like a melted copper. And when he started walking, when he came out from this yajna fire, then when he started walking, he was trampling the whole earth. That's how he was powerful. And he had a trident with him. That trident was just like it can kill the material creation. So this powerful demon came out from yajna with an intention to kill Indra. So now all demons came to fight. Now they got their commander in a chief now. So they became very strong. They came out to fight with the demigods. And demigods used all their weapons against him. Bows, arrows, transcendental weapons, everything. But he swallowed everything. He was so powerful that none of that transcendental weapon was of any use. So he swallowed all of that thing. Then a demigods, they were very much worried that what to do now. So now this time they approach Lord Vishnu and pray Lord Vishnu to protect them from this great demon. And try to find out the way that how they can conquer this demon, because this demon was unconquerable. So Lord Vishnu advised them that go to Dadichi Muni, Dadichi Rishi, and ask for his bones from his body. Because Dadichi he has perfected the knowledge, he has perfected the vows, he had perfected austerities, and he had a very strong body also. So they said that go ask for his body, and Vishwakarma will make thunderbolt from his bones. And with that thunderbolt, you can conquer Vritrasur. Also, Lord Vishnu told them that do not fear from this demon, even though he is capable of destructing the whole material creation. He is my devotee, and he will not be envious of you. So do not fear of him. Now, all demigods, they got powered by Lord Vishnu's mercy and blessing now. So now they came to fight with demons. And it is said here that end of a Satyuga, there was a great battle fought on the bank of river Narmada. And that's where these two enemies, two parties, are in front of each other. And demon, they made a first attack on the demigods. They showered so much weapons and arrows and all of that thing. All of the demigods were fully covered like the clouds cover the stars at a night. So all demigods were fully covered. But demigods were also powered by Lord Vishnu this time. So they cut all of their weapons, and they remain unharmed. So then they started throwing trees, mountain peaks, stones, and all of that. Demigods did the same thing. They cut those things into the pieces. Now the demons, the weapons, everything were depleted. They did not have much to fight with. So they become very scared. And they decided to flee away from the battlefield. Vritrasur, he tried to stop them and told them that this is a golden opportunity that any warrior can get in the life. Just like Lord Krishna told Arjuna in a Bhagavad Gita, that this is the best way to die in a battlefield, to fight and not show your back. Vritrasur instructed the same thing to those demons and their soldiers, but they were so scared, they could not understand those instructions, and they ran away. Vritrasur alone was left in the battlefield now, one-man army. And against him, all demigods with a full army, with a thunderbolt also. So, Vritrasur, and when a demon started fleeing away, running away from that thing, demigods started attacking from the back. And seeing this irreligious thing, he became very mad. And he shouted and challenged the demigods that don't kill those people who are trying to run away to save their life. It is not glorious to kill those kind of people. These demons are useless. They are just useless, came out from their mother's body as a stool. So why you are killing them? If you have a faith in your heroism, come stand before me. And he roared so loudly that those demigods, they fainted by hearing this loud thing. They already were terrified by his stout body. And hearing this roaring, they all fainted. So Vritrasur, he started trampling demigods underneath his feet. And when Indra saw that his army is being crushed by this demon, he attacked on a Vritrasur. He attacked with his club first. So he threw his club, even though that club was very, very powerful. Vritrasur caught that club by his left hand. And he hit the club to Indra's elephant, Airavat. Airavat is not an ordinary elephant. He came out by the churning of the ocean. He is a divine elephant. But the throw was so hard that Airavat was pushed by 14 yards, 42 feet. He was pushed back, and he started throwing the blood from his mouth. And he just fell down along with Indra. So when Vritrasur saw this thing, when he saw that Indra is not in a position to fight, he stopped his fight and gave opportunity to Indra to recover, because he knew the principles of a fight. So while getting this opportunity, Indra touched the elephant, and he had a nectar-producing hand. So the elephant was pacified from his pain, and he was cured from his injury also. So now the elephant and Indra, they both came in front of Vritrasur. Seeing them, Vritrasur remembered that how cruelly Indra had killed his brother, who was a Brahman, who was innocent, and who was their spiritual master. He became very mad. He lost himself due to lamentation and forgetfulness. And he chastised Indra now. He says that you are so unfortunate. You are naturally cruel. And you had done this thing to my brother. Now by my good fortune, you are standing before me, and I'm going to kill you now. You have been so much polluted in your consciousness that you cannot see the good from a bad. So, but this is by my good fortune that you are standing before me. And then he also, when he saw that Indra had that thunderbolt in his hand, he says that, why don't you use your thunderbolt? You have came here to fight with me. I know you have been empowered by Lord Vishnu. Why are you not fighting with me? So in order to, he was encouraging me, like Indra, to fight. And now this was his last fight also, because he knew that the thunderbolt Indra had, that was going to kill him. So he offered very nice prayers to Lord before fighting for his final fight. So those are the prayers of Vritrasur, and we will go over. There are 4 verses. In his prayers, Vritrasur says, Aham hare tava padek moolam dasanu daso bhavitasmi bhuya manasmareta asupate gunaste grunitava karma karotu kaya. So he said, Aham hare tava padek mula. My Lord, your lotus feet are the only shelter of mine. And dasanu daso bhavitasmi bhuya. I want to become the servant of your servant, whose shelter is also your lotus feet. So he is glorifying Lord's lotus feet and the devotee of Lord. He said, Manasmareta, my mind always want to be engaged in your thoughts. Pasupate, O Lord of my life, your qualities, gunas there. And grunita vak, vak means speech. And my speech always speak about your glories. And my body, karotu kaya. With my body, I want to serve you. So here in these 4 verses, he is giving the sum total of a devotional service. So very beautiful prayers. So in a second verse, he says, Na nakaprushtam, na chaparamestyam, na sarvabhaumam, na rasadhipatyam, na yoga sansiddhi apunarbhavam va samanjasatva virahaya kankshe. Na nakaprushtam, I do not desire the planet like a Dhruv-loka, which is eternal planet, Dhruv-loka, or Nachaparamestyam. I do not desire the abode of Lord Brahma. Na Sarvabhaumam, I do not desire this sovereignty over this earthly planet. Nor I desire nor Rasadhipatyam, the sovereignty of the Patal Loka. There are 7 planetary systems in a Patal. No yoga sansiddhi. I do not desire any perfection of a mystic yoga, Ashtanga yoga. I do not desire anything. Apunarbhavam va. I do not want a liberation. Because he says, Samanjasatva virahaya kankshe. Without your lotus feet and without your service, I do not desire any of these things. So here he's talking about the renunciation of all of those material opulences. Then in a 3rd verse, he says, Ajata paksha iva mataram khaga stanyam yatha vatsa Tarakshudharta priyam priyeva yushitam vishanna mama arvindaksha didrakshate tvam. So Ajata Paksha means small baby birds who have just came out from their egg and they have not developed their wings yet. So we have seen that those little baby birds, they anxiously wait for their mother to come and feed them because they cannot do anything by themselves. So they are very anxiously waiting. Similarly, the calves, the baby cows, the calves, they are being tied so they do not drink the milk of a mother. In India, it is a custom. After they milk the cow, they left some milk, like in the cow, for the calves. So those calves, they are anxiously waiting for this milking to happen, the milking to finish, because they know that that is their time to get their food. So they are very anxiously waiting for that milking activity. And priyam priyava. When the woman is separated from her husband or her lover who has gone away, she anxiously waits for her husband and lover to come and give her the association. So she is also very anxiously waiting for husband to arrive or lover to arrive. So these 3 analogies, they are explaining that how anxiously the birds, the calves, and the lover, the woman, can wait. Similarly, Mano Arvindaksha Didraksha Tetam. O lotus-eyed Lord Arvindaksha, I want to see you. I'm very, very anxious to see you. So he's comparing his anxiousness with these three analogies. Then in the last verse, he says, Mama uttam shloke janeshu sakyam sansara chakre brahmata swakarma bhi tanmayaya atma atmajadara grehe asakta chitasya nanatha bhuya. So he says, Mama Uttam Shloka Jane. Uttam Shlok is one of the name of Lord. And Jana mean who are the devotees of Uttam Shloka, who are the devotees of a Lord. He wants to develop the friendship. Janeshu Sakhyam. I want to develop the friendship with your devotees. As long as I am wandering in this material world, Sansara Chakre Brahmata Swakarmabhi. Because of my activities, my karmas, and I have to suffer the reaction of my karma. Does not matter. I am ready to wander in the material universe as long as I have association of your devotees. Tvan Mayaya Atma Atmaja Daragrahe. Atma is also the one of the name of the body. He says that because of your Maya, your illusory energy, we developed attachment to the body. Atma, Atmaja, Atmaja means son, children. Atmaja, Dara, Dara means woman. And Gehe means home and other material possessions. Because of your illusory energy, we develop attachment to all of these things. But I pray to you that my mind is not bound, asakta chittasya, that my consciousness, my mind is not bound to any of these things. So these are his prayer. After praying the Lord, he started fighting with Indra again. So now this time, he is using his powerful trident. The powerful trident, he whirled the trident and he very, very forcefully he threw that thing at Indra. Now Indra was prepared this time. Indra cut down the trident by his thunderbolt, and simultaneously he also cut down one of his right arm from the root. So he lost his arm, his trident is gone. Immediately he picks up the mace and he hit the mace on Indra's face, and he also hit the mace to Airavat. He hit both of them simultaneously. And right at that time, the thunderbolt fell down from Indra's hand. And it is said that if you drop your weapon in front of your enemy, then you are practically defeated. These are the rules of a fight. So Indra was practically defeated. And he was very much ashamed also. And Vritrasur saw this thing, that Indra is very ashamed and is not in a position to fight. He said, Indra, this is not the time to lament for your fate. Pick up your thunderbolt and start fighting again. Because he also wants to be killed. He knows that he has got this demon's body, and he cannot surmount the energy of a Lord in the thunderbolt. So he is willing, he is anxious to give up his body and go back to Lord Sankarshan and serve him. So he hit Indra, and he is encouraging Indra to fight back again. And he tells Indra that, Indra, this is a battlefield. there is no guarantee of a victory or a defeat. Whatever Lord has desire, that will happen. We cannot have a victory as we wish. So he says that do not worry, do not lament about anything, just fight with me. So he gave a chance to Indra. And Indra, hearing his talks, which were filled up with all transcendental knowledge and the etiquette of the battlefield. Indra says that it is very astonishing to see a demon body, that you are in the demon body, but your qualities are a devotee's quality. It looks like that you have surmounted the illusory energy of a Lord. Jai Radha Madhava ki jai. So he is praising, Indra is praising the qualities of a Vrutrasur. Now this is probably the first time in a battlefield that two enemies are praising each other, and they are talking about the spiritual matters. Nowhere it is to be found that enemies are discussing about spirituality on a battlefield. So now, like Indra is ready to fight, he prays Vrutrasur, and Vrutrasur, he picks up his, because Indra is still not fighting with Vrutrasur. So in order to entice him to fight, Vrutrasur, he picks up his iron club and he threw at Indra. So this time, Indra cuts that iron club into pieces, and simultaneously he cut his left hand also. Left arm. So he cuts it from the root. So now Vrutrasur left both of his arms, and he looked like a flying mountains whose wings are cut off. He looks so beautiful. He's bleeding profulously. But still he wants to fight with Indra. Because his mission was to fight, and he was a warrior. He was a true hero. He was a devotee. He wanted to give up his life and body and go back to home, back to Godhead. So he puts his lower jaws on the ground, opens up his upper jaw, and he swallows Indra and Airavat this time. So everybody, when they saw him, they become very disappointed that Indra, their king, along with his carrier Airavat, they both are swallowed. But because Indra had got the Narayan Kavach, he was protected in the stomach of a Vrutrasur. And he had that thunderbolt. He came out, tearing his abdomen. He came out. And then he used his thunderbolt to kill Vrutrasur. So that thunderbolt, it is said that it revolved with a great speed for 360 days around Vrutrasur's neck. And finally, after 360 days, it was able to cut his head. So, and all demigods saw that Vrutrasur, the light came out from his body, and it went into the abode of Lord Sankarsana, because he was a devotee of Lord Sankarsana. It was not that his life merged into Brahma Jyoti or anything. It went to a Lord's abode. So that was not the Sayujya Mukti that normally the demons get when they are killed by the Lord. He really went back home, back to Godhead. So this was the sweet pastimes of Vritrasur, the thunderbolt that Indra had used over Vritrasur. He used the same thunderbolt in a Govardhan Leela. He hit the thunderbolt to Govardhan. But because the Govardhan was on the finger of Lord Krishna, he was so much in an ecstasy, he did not feel that impact of that thunderbolt. But it is said in a Srimad Bhagavatam that Govardhan, just by that heat of that Vajra, he is losing his height 1 mustard seed every year. So Govardhan, it is decreasing in a height every year by 1 mustard seed. So this was a pastime. If anybody has any comment or want to add anything.
Thank you, Prabhuji. I think it was a wonderful class. And it just shows that, you could even, if you have Lord's mercy, you could be anybody, but you can still remember the Lord at all times.
So true. Yeah.
So those prayers are so beautiful. It says that always remember, our mind will always remember that. So we also, this month of Kartik, pray that, just like Vritrasur, we always remember Lord, so we can hopefully get the...
That is correct, yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Anyone has any questions?
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
It is a wonderful pastime. I would like to understand why Vritrasura was, he was in the mood of surrender. At the same time, he also wanted to challenge Indra. It's very conflicting. I understand he wanted to leave the body, but then he could have left the body in other ways also. What is that spirit that,
Well, here, in these pastimes, he knew very well that Lord Vishnu has put his energy in this thunderbolt. So, and he was a devotee of Lord Vishnu, Lord Sankarsana. So he said that when my master had invested his energy, when my master wished me to die, to give up my body, there is no other desire that he had to keep his body. Right? And in a Vritrasur, in his past life, how he developed this mood of a devotee in a body of a demon. Normally, demons are always either in a ignorance or in a passion, but they are never in the goodness or in a devotion. But how come he developed such a strong love for a Lord in the body of a demon? So there was, we will briefly discuss about that pastime, that in his previous life, he was a king of Chitraketu. And he was a devotee of a Lord. And he was empowered by Lord that he could go to any planetary system without a check. So one time he was traveling over the Kailash, and he saw Lord Shiva, Mother Parvati, and so many sages. There was discussions going on, transcendental katha going on at that time. But somehow there was little strange thing in that assembly, that Mother Parvati was sitting in the lap of Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva was embracing Mother Parvati in front of all rishis. So when Chitraketu saw that thing, even though he was a great devotee, he was bewildered by this potency of Lord Shiva. And in that bewilderment, he kind of tried to chastise Lord Shiva, that you are consider yourself very exalted personality and you do not know the etiquette of a common man, that you have your wife sitting like in your lap in front of everybody. Lord Shiva did not say anything, but Mother Parvati, she could not tolerate this offense of Lord Shiva. So she cursed that Chitraketu, that you are in a body of a devotee, but your mentality is still a demoniac mentality. So you go and become demon. So that demon is a Vritrasura. But because whatever austerity and the devotional service he had performed in his previous life, he was able to remember this transcendental thing and his relationship with the Lord. So that was his mood. Yeah. So any devotional service done, even though that may be the very small in a quantity, it never goes in a vain. It always come back and help us in this life or in our future life. So,
Thank you, Roja. I understood a nice point that Trident was the Indra's Vrajra actually had Lord Vishnu's mercy. So,
mercy, yeah.
so he wanted to get that mercy.
Yes.
It's a very nice point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, anybody else would like to ask questions?
Yes, his bones, yeah. Dadichi Rishi's bones, yeah. Vishwakarma made it, yeah. Okay, then we will conclude our class. Hare Krishna to all of you.